By default, when you save or load a show file, you are saving or loading the show data, which on the face of it sounds pretty normal. It's important to be aware of that there is also another option, which is to pack or unpack a show file. So in a packed show file, as well as the actual show data being included, that's all of your customization, including recorded cues and patch. But as well as that, in a packed file, you're also going to be storing system settings. You're also going to be including any media files that your show file might be using. And you will also be including all sorts of support files that might be on your console as well. You'll notice that if you go to Options, System Properties, and then System Settings, you've actually got a note here that says these settings are not stored with the show. But if you pack the show file, all of this customization will be included. So how do you pack a show file? Well, go to Options, go to Save File, just as you would normally. And you'll notice that Save Show is selected by default. That will be saving your show with the file extension .neo. But if you go to Saved Pack Show File, that will be including all of that data we've discussed, so show file, system settings, media, support files, and it will be doing that with the .nps Neo Packed Show file extension. And equally, when we come to loading a file, if we go Options, we go to Open File, here we can go and open a packed show file. And again, that then allows us to load in system settings and media from a show file, which usually would not be included. When you load in a packed show file, you will get options. So if we go to Options, I'm going to go to Save File, and I am actually going to save this as a packed show, so trailerstage.nps, and I'm going to click Save. It's going to take a bit of time because it will need to pack everything up into that show file format. And once that's completed, I'm then going to go to Options. I'm going to then go to Open File, and then let's open that packed show that has now appeared for us. And I'm going to go and click Open. So it's going to go and close the current show file that's running, and we then get this option. So we've got these import options here of what we would like to be chosen. So we can see there that, yep, the show file, that's kind of the core data. Of course, that's enabled by default, but things like system settings and DMX settings, all of that is included in the show, but by default, it's not going to be imported. But if you want to, you can go and choose to import that data. So that's useful to be aware of. Now, depending on what settings you make here, when you load in that show file, now as it happens, I'm just going to click OK to load in the defaults information from the packed show. Unpack file, a restart is required. So depending on what file you're loading in, you might need to restart your Neo software to allow it to then fully open your packed file. So in my case here, I'm going to click OK, and that will then close my software, and it will then restart the software for me. And here we go. I'm now back in the software, and I can now start to go ahead and control the lights from my packed file.